Hey Aaron, it is Friday, and I went back to work today, like first time since Sunday. So, I'm feeling a lot better. Not so gross. Still sick to my stomach a little bit throughout the day, but I'm eating and other good things. So, hopefully I don't have a terrible lag on this. There's a chance. All right. Things to talk about. Some interesting stories from work. Customers are always insane, right? So, I've told you stories about the customers who come up and they're really vague about what they say and they don't like make any sense and they make me like pull teeth to get the answer from them, like what they want. This woman came up and she actually made a list. That's what I'm reading right now. And she goes, I'll have a soda. And, again, I'm like, all right, what kind? And then she makes it more difficult and she goes, Dr. Pepper or Coke. So, I was like, which one? And she finally decided on a Coke. Then there was a woman who came up and she said, she's like, I just want a couple cookies. And we got a lot of cookies. And so she said, I want a couple chocolate chip cookies. And a couple's normally 2, right? Well, so I said, so 2, right? To make sure. And she goes, not 3 or 4. So she's like confusing me and making it's difficult. It's crazy. I hated it. So finally we came to the conclusion that she wanted 3 cookies, and it was the help of her like fiance who was infinitely smarter than she was. I worked with Jessica. Well, I worked with Thomas for 2 hours, and there's some funny stories with that. But I worked with Jessica, closed with her. We had very many conversations about anal sex. Don't know why. She brought it up in conversation, and she would like grab various employees in the mall and just ask their opinions of it, and nobody was offended. And I just kind of sat back and laughed a little bit. Wonky showed up again at the mall. Just let you know. He seemed like really angry at me because I haven't been contacting him. But there's a reason. Let me see. The menagerie is starting again. They're accumulating. I hear noises. Everybody probably thinks I'm insane. But yeah, the menagerie is starting again. That is a story for you and I, not the internet. Let me see. The Radio Shack guys decided to give me free batteries for cookies. That worked to my benefit. I bought some things today. First one you will laugh lots at. The Essential Billy Joel. You can kiss my ass, but it is 3 CDs of pure genius. Billy Joel, you may be a virus, but you're one that I would like to catch. Let me see. I bought new headphones because I keep stealing my mom's and she gets angry about it. So I bought skull candies, and they're very pretty, and they're blue and silver and just pretty, and I love skull candy, skull candy, skull candy. Obviously I like blue. Let me see. Things that happened. Oh, crazy man. There's this guy who, like, I see around Jeff every once in a while, and he has crazy eyes. Like, he'll just walk around like this, like, he never blinks, and he reminds people of Lurch. And he has Jessica's phone number. He asked her for her phone number, and she gave it to him. And I saw him at the Wednesday, the day of the, hurricane of Kentucky / Indiana. And he was at McDonald's, and he was a customer in front of me. And he asked the chick for her number, and she's like, yeah, I want to be single for a while. But he was very creepily insistent on getting her number. And so anyway, I walked down to Sam Goody, where I bought my headphones, and like these people had never they had no previous knowledge of this guy before, and the chick looks at me and she goes, "You know that new guy at Hickory Farms?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she goes, "He looks like a sociopath." And I thought it was pretty funny because I'm like, "Yeah, I got some interesting stories about that fella." Oh, here's a good one. I was working with Thomas, and we came to the conclusion that, like, every time we hang out with each other or see each other, we get gradually more and more violent. Like brothers and sisters, we fight constantly. And not bickerments. That is a bickering and an argument. It's a bickerment. I made that word up a long time ago. But anyway, I was helping a customer, and he kicked me. So I kicked him back, and he was surprised because I was helping the customer, but I managed to, like, get my leg back and kick him. And I kicked him, like, right in the ass. And so he kicked me back. So, of course, I had to get him back. And I'm getting a drink for this guy, and I kick him, and he falls forward. And our doors are broken because we are awesome like that, and so the doors swing out, and he falls like that onto the door. And he manages to save himself at, like, the last second. And he goes, "Oh my god, I just saw my balls flash before my eyes." And I thought that was really funny. Like, I laughed to the point of tears. Also, I had to get permission from her to tell this story, but this is a good story. So last night, I got a really funny text message. I walk into my room and, you know, I look at my phone, and it's a picture message from Jessica. And I'm like, "Oh, this is interesting. I wonder what she sent a picture of." And I open up my phone. Ow, that hurt. And it's just her breasts. Like, obviously, she, like, took a picture in the mirror of her boobs to send. And she was sitting with this guy named Brian. And BRI is, you know, Brian is right above BRI for Brittany. And so I walked into work today, and I didn't say anything. I didn't send her anything back. I was like, you know, giving her the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, do I tell her? Yes. I gotta tell her about it. So I go into work, and, you know, she comes up, and I look at her, and I'm like, "Jessica, I got a really interesting text message from you last night." And her eyes get huge. She's like, "What?" And we wound up laughing about it. I wasn't angry. I didn't care. I thought it was really funny. But yeah, it was just boobs. All it was. So we got a good chuckle out of that. Thomas was very confused about what happened, but we kept it in code. So, let me see. My car's fixed, but it smokes sometimes. Yeah, it started smoking tonight. No, I didn't smoke the other day. I'm trying to cut back. Haha, funny pun. It's like it beeps at me, tells me that my lights are on and they're not. Or, like, I'll be driving down the interstate and it says, "Right rear door ajar." No way that's possible. Yeah, so it just yells at me for stupid stuff, and, you know, I yell back. It's like I have, like, a really unhealthy relationship with my car. It's like I yell at it, and it yells at me, and then I abuse it, and, you know, it threatens my life. You know, it's my car is possessed. I think I'm gonna rename him Christine. It'll be the boy car Christine. Yeah, let me see. Other things. Not much else to discuss. Oh, my skull candy. I thought it was pretty funny. It came with this little stencil of a skull, quite obviously. You can see it there. And on the label, it tells you various places to spray paint the label on. And I don't know if you can see it, but that's on a skateboard, that's on a bald man's head, and that's on a cat. I want to spray it on a cat. So, really that's about it. This is 8 minutes of me babbling nonsense, but these are good stories for you to listen to, and I'm going to wrap it up right about now. So, I will talk to you later, and I love you. Good night. I almost forgot to mention Ted.